Hello there, and welcome to Whispers to Sleep. My name is David, and I'm truly honored to be your guide tonight. Here we believe sleep is not just a routine. It's a gentle journey, a quiet return to peace every night. I craft stories with care, so your mind can rest and your body can soften all you need to do. Let go, take a slow deep breath in, and as you breathe out, allow the day to melt away. Close your eyes. Get cozy under the covers and let my voice lead you into calm, into comfort, into dreams. This is your time. Your memento. Truly relax. Let's begin. You lie still. The world begins to hush dot around you. The soft weight of night wraps gently over your shoulders. The air cools, the sounds slow, and even the colors of the day begin to dissolve into a deeper hue. Your eyes close, but something in you opens, something ancient, something tender. Above you, the sky stretches wide, endless and comforting, like a feathered canopy woven with starlight. This is Elysia, not a place you walk to, but a space you drift into, a haven between wakefulness and sleep. And here, in this beginning, your journey inward begins. You take a breath, not the first of the day, but perhaps the most important of the night. With it comes release. Your body, worn from thought and motion, begins its gentle descent, not into darkness, but into rhythm, into repair, into quietness. Sleep is not a shutting down. It is an unfolding dot inside your brain as the day quiets. The command centers slow their chatter. Your prefrontal cortex, the part of you that makes lists, worries, solves, decides, steps back as if bowing out of the spotlight. It has done enough for now. It is time for other voices to rise. The thalamus, nestled deep within your brain, begins its quiet dance. All day, it's been a busy conductor, directing signals from the outside world to the rest of your mind. Now, as sleep begins, it pulls the curtains closed. No more input, just stillness. Outside sounds soften. Light fades. The world retreats. Your breathing begins to follow a quieter rhythm, slower, deeper, like waves against a shore. And with each breath, you are reminded, this body knows what to do. It has known for millions of years. It carries the instructions of your ancestors, and it follows them faithfully. The pineal gland, tiny and tucked within your brain, releases melatonin, the sleep hormone. It does so like a gentle hand dimming a lamp. Your body grows heavier, not with weight, but with surrender. You do not fall asleep all at once. Sleep is not a cliff you drop from. It is a staircase you descend, step by gentle step. First, light sleep arrives. Your muscles begin to relax. The temperature of your body subtly drops. This is stage one, the borderland. You might feel like you're still half awake here, drifting like a boat tied loosely to a dock. But already, your brain waves are changing. Slower now, more rhythmic. Stage two follows. Your heartbeat slows. Your eyes, though closed, become still. Tiny bursts of electrical activity flicker in your brain. Sleep spindles, they're called. Scientists believe these flickers help your brain protect its sleep, shielding it from outside noise. They are the guardians of your dreams. Then comes the deeper descent. Stage 3. Deep sleep. Slow wave sleep. This is where true restoration begins. Here, your brain waves become long and slow, like a cello note held in suspension. Your muscles repair. Your immune system strengthens. Growth hormone pulses through your bloodstream, tending to the tiny tears and strains of the day. Your body is still. But within, great work is being done. Your memories, like scattered notes on a desk, are now quietly filed away. The hippocampus, your brain's librarian, selects what to keep and where to store it. Emotional memories, especially, are processed. During sleep, which is why some pains seem gentler by morning, and still deeper you go. REM-I, sleep, rapid eye movement, arrives like a visitor cloaked in starlight. Your brain lights up. Paradoxically, it becomes almost as active as when you're awake, but your body is paralyzed, safely held in place. In this stage, you dream. Here, stories unfold with no logic but deep meaning. Here, your mind dances, replaying, reimagining, sometimes rehearsing for things you haven't lived yet. Dreaming isn't just fantasy. It's therapy. It's your brain sorting through the puzzle pieces of experience. No one fully understands why we sleep. But what is known is this: your body cannot live without it. Deprive the body of food, and it will weaken. Deprive it of sleep, and it will unravel. Memory fades, emotions sharpen, the immune system dulls. Sleep is not optional. It is essential, like air, like water, like touch. But sleep is more than biological necessity. It is intimacy with the self, with the silence, with the great unknowable. To sleep is to trust. You lie there, muscles soft, eyelids heavy. Somewhere, in the corner of your mind, a thought drifts like a feather. I am safe now. I am allowed to rest, and your body listens. Every heartbeat, every breath, every brainwave aligns to the same lullaby. That soft, wordless song that all living things sing when the light grows low. It is the same rhythm that guides birds to roost, flowers to fold, oceans to still. There is a comfort in knowing that even when you are not awake, your body is alive in its own kind of brilliance, always listening, always adjusting, always healing. And in this healing, there is wonder. Yourselves, those tiny, unseen citizens of your being, take this quiet as invitation. They repair torn tissue, sweep away waste, reset their clocks. It's as if 1,000 microscopic repair crews begin their shift the moment your eyes close. You do not feel it, but it is happening. Beneath the surface of your skin, a gentle symphony. Plays of hormones and neurotransmitters, of electrical pulses and chemical flows. It is science, yes, but it is also poetry. Because what else is so ordinary and so miraculous, all at once? And now you drift, your body heavy, your thoughts slow, your breath deep. Sleep welcomes you, not as a stranger, but as a familiar friend. Just as the sky above seems to stretch beyond understanding, so does the mystery within you. The more we learn of sleep, the more it reveals, not answers, but invitations. To rest, to heal, to dream. Above you, a feathered sky holds still. Around you, Elysia breathes, and deep within, something stirs. Not noise, not thought, but wonder. Because if sleep restores the body, what restores the body's building blocks? What breathes through the skin of your cells and bones? What stirs inside the smallest pieces of you, the ones that came from stars? Breathe in. Let the air settle inside you, like silk falling through water. Feel your chest rise, then fall. A quiet wave. A rhythm older than memory. Now imagine this. Within that breath, hidden in the lightness of air, are particles that have journeyed across time. Tiny pieces of the universe that once belonged to stars, oceans, mountains, and even other lives. They have no name, no color, yet they make up everything you are. You are not just one thing. You are many, a collection, a constellation. Each cell in your body is built from atoms, unimaginably small, but enduring. And each of those atoms was born in a place far older than Earth itself. Your body is a soft home for ancient fire. Imagine your hand resting on your chest, skin on skin, warm, solid, but beneath that skin, deeper than bone, is movement. Constant, tireless, invisible. Movement. Your atoms never sleep. They shift, spin, collide, stretch, combine, and break apart. You are still, but within you is motion. The atom, at its heart, is almost nothing. A tiny nucleus, like a whisper suspended in space, wrapped by orbiting electrons, so distant, so fast they blur into clouds. If your body were scaled up to the size of a planet, the nucleus of each atom would be no bigger than a grain of sand. Everything solid is built from emptiness. And yet, this emptiness holds you together. Your atoms are mostly hydrogen, oxygen, carbon, nitrogen, calcium, and phosphorus. 6 quiet architects. But how did they find you? Why do they obey the patterns of your body and not another? To understand that, we must drift backward, not years, not centuries, but billions of years. Picture a silence beyond silence. Before time, before light. Then a burst. The Big Bang was not an explosion in space, but the birth of space itself. A moment of radiant expansion. From that first breath of existence, the universe began to cool and unfold. Hydrogen was born first, simple, elegant, the smallest building block. Then came helium, light elements, the beginning of all matter. And yet, your bones are not made of hydrogen alone. Heavier elements, like carbon, iron, calcium, were forged in the hearts of dying stars. In those stellar furnaces, gravity pressed atoms together with unimaginable force until new ones were formed. When these stars reached the end of their life, they collapsed and exploded, scattering their contents like pollen into the cosmic wind. You, here and now, are made from that pollen dot, the calcium in your teeth, the iron in your blood, the carbon in your skin, all born in a supernova. You carry the remnants of collapsed stars inside you. Starlight echoes in your chemistry. And still, the atoms keep moving. Long before they belonged to you, they drifted through oceans, clouds, forests, and animals. An oxygen atom in your lungs may have once flowed through a dinosaur's breath. A calcium atom in your bones might have rested inside ancient coral. Atoms are not owned. They are borrowed. You are a momentary arrangement of their long journey. And even now, they continue to change. With every breath, you trade atoms with the air. With every sip of water, new hydrogen enters your bloodstream. Your body is not a static sculpture. It is a living tide, in and out, over and over. Every 7 to 10 years, most of your atoms will have been replaced. Yet you still remain. This is the paradox. You are always becoming, and yet always whole. Your thoughts, too, arise from atoms. Neurons firing, ions flowing, electric whispers across synapses. The fact that these tiny, ancient particles can generate love, memory, sorrow, and joy is a miracle hiding in plain sight. But science does not need magic to be beautiful. God only needs your attention. Close your eyes now and picture the night sky. Every star you see is an echo of where you came from. And every star you don't see, hidden by distance, swallowed by time, has already touched you, already given part of itself to your hands, your breath, your dreams. Even now, somewhere out there, stars are still dying to make more of you, isn't? It's strange and comforting to know that your sense of self is built from things that once belonged to the cosmos. You are not an outsider to the universe. You are its continuation. You are not looking at the stars. You are the stars, remembering themselves. Atoms have no memory, but they carry legacy. They are passed on, reshaped, forgotten, reborn. One day, the atoms that make up your body will return to the earth, to air, to water. They will become part of plants, of stone, of other lives. You do not end. You change. This is the great truth. Nothing is ever truly lost, just transformed. Even in the quietest moment, even as you lie still, on the edge of sleep, your atoms are humming softly, participating in the ongoing poem of life. The story of you is also the story of stars, galaxies, and time itself. And maybe that's why sleep feels like floating, because in those slow, weightless moments before dreams come, you remember, not with thought, but with being, what it means to belong to something vast and unknowable. You are not small. You are intricate. You are made of whispers, of particles older than language, older than pain. And yet, they know how to build a heart. They know how to pulse, how to breathe, how to sleep. So tonight, rest with this knowledge that your body is not just you. It is history made flesh. It is the cosmos come home. And even now, while you sleep, those atoms still shift. They still wait for morning. They still prepare you for the next unfolding, because something else stirs inside you now. Not just the stars that built you, but the rhythm that keeps you alive. A pulse, a quiet THRUM, gentle, living beat that never stops, never questions, never asks for applause. There is a sound inside you, softer than breath, but louder than silence. It is steady. It is sure. It is your heart. Press your hand gently to your chest. Feel it, that quiet, pulsing rhythm. It does not ask to be noticed, and yet it beats. Again and again, with the patience of the tide, from the moment you begin to exist until the final whisper of your life, your heart does not pause. It works while you sleep, while you dream, while you feel and fall and rise again. It is the constant inside your chaos, a faithful companion, a quiet drum at the center of your being. And like all music, its rhythm means something. The heart is not a hollow symbol of feeling. It is a muscle, 4 chambers deep, pumping blood through a network of vessels that stretches more than 60,000 miles, long enough to circle the earth twice and more. And every beat of your heart pushes that blood forward, sending warmth and oxygen to every corner of your body. Think of it like a river system. Your arteries are the wide, rushing streams, carrying fresh oxygen outward to your fingers, your toes, your brain. Your veins are the return path, quieter, darker, bringing used blood back home to be cleansed, refilled, renewed. And in the middle of it all, like a gentle pump carved from muscle and memory, is your heart. Left side, right side, upper chambers, lower chambers. Each part with its own role, each movement carefully coordinated. A ballet of biology, but the blood itself is no ordinary passenger. It is a storyteller, carrying news from one part of your body to another. Hormones, nutrients, messages of injury and healing. It ferries oxygen in red cells, wrapped around iron like a gift, ready to be unwrapped by your waiting cells. Close your eyes and imagine it. Your blood moving through you like moonlight through a forest, soft, unseen, but full of energy. The journey begins in the right side of your heart, where oxygen-poor blood returns from the far reaches of your body. It enters the right atrium, passes to the right ventricle, and is sent to the lungs. There, it meets the breath you just took, the one you didn't even notice, and drinks in oxygen like dew. This freshly revived blood returns to the left side of your heart, into the left atrium and the left ventricle. From there, it is pushed outward, strong and full, into the aorta and through every vessel, every capillary, every cell in need. It is a silent miracle. You do not control it. You do not think about it. And yet, it sustains you every moment of your life. If the brain is the command center, the heart is the constant hum of energy, the silent generator that keeps everything lit. It listens to the brain, yes, but it also speaks back. The heart sends more signals to the brain than the brain does to the heart. It influences your emotions, your focus, your sleep, your calm. Have you ever noticed how your heart speeds up when you're anxious, and how it slows again when someone you trust whispers, "It's okay"? Your heart listens to the world, and then reminds you who you are. Even now, as you lie still, the rhythm continues, not fast, not slow, but balanced. This is called homeostasis, the body's elegant dance of keeping everything just right. Not too hot, not too cold, not too fast, not too slow. Your blood carries more than oxygen. It carries heat. It carries information. It carries your story through the thinnest vessels, capillaries no wider than a single cell. It moves into the deepest places, into your eyelids, into your fingertips, into the marrow of your bones. No corner is left untouched. No part of you is forgotten. And when you are hurt, your blood knows. It races to the site, bringing healing cells, clotting agents, a quiet urgency. It patches, rebuilds, protects, even while you sleep, especially while you sleep, because sleep is not stillness, it is restoration. It is when your heart slows, your vessels relax, and your blood moves with soft purpose. Your parasympathetic nervous system takes over, the system of rest, digest, and mend. Your heartbeat grows deeper, slower, more deliberate, and your body listens. There is a reason that meditation focuses on breath and heartbeat. There is a reason we associate calm with slowness. The rhythm of the heart is the first music you ever hear, long before light, long before language. Inside the womb, your mother's heartbeat was your drum, your metronome, your first lullaby. Now, your own heart plays that song. For you, it is a quiet kind of loyalty. But the heart is more than an engine. It is a symbol of presence, of here, of now. You can't live in the past or the future when you are listening to your heartbeat. It draws you back to the moment. It anchors you in your body, this warm vessel made of atoms and stars and rhythm. Feel it now. Gently. Inhale. Exhale. There. It is that steady thump, tucked between your lungs, behind your ribs, inside your story. Sometimes it's fast. Sometimes it's slow. Sometimes it flutters, but it always returns. It always remembers its job. And in moments of grief or joy or fear, your heart reminds you that you are still here. Alive. Capable. Connected. The same blood that moves through your brain and belly also touches your hands, your throat, your knees. You are not a collection of parts. You are one being, one rhythm, one whole. Tonight, as you settle deeper into sleep, your heart does not rest. It keeps pace with your dreams. It holds space for your stillness. It brings breath to every cell, light to every shadow. Let it carry you. Let it rock you. Let it remind you, without words, that you are safe inside yourself. Because deeper still, beyond the rhythm, is another movement. Smaller, quieter, slower. The air you breathe, the oxygen it carries, the way it feeds your cells from the inside out. If your heart is the river, then your breath is the wind that stirs its surface. You breathe gently, effortlessly, without asking how or why. In, out, a rhythm older than thought. Each breath arrives like a quiet messenger. It does not knock. It does not need to. Your body opens for it, like petals to the morning. And in return, it brings life. You do not need to remember to breathe. Your body does this for you. While you walk, while you sleep, while you dream. While your thoughts drift to stars or worries or wishes, your lungs stay faithful, opening, closing, over and over. Inside your chest are two lungs, soft, pink, elastic, wrapped in rib and protected by bone. They are not machines. They are not still. They are alive, expanding like wings with every inhale, folding gently with every exhale. Your lungs are not empty balloons. They are trees turned inward. Follow the breath as it enters. It begins at the nose or the mouth. Drawn in by a quiet pressure difference. air pulled inward because your lungs create space. This air passes down the trachea, the windpipe, like a path lined with gentle moss. Then it divides, left and right, into two bronchi, entering each lung like rivers feeding into lakes. But it does not stop there. The bronchi branch again, and again, and again, smaller and smaller, like the limbs of a tree or the nerves of a leaf. These branches are called bronchioles, thousands of tiny passageways, spreading through your lungs like threads of breath. And at the end of every bronchiole, like soft clusters of grapes, are the alveoli. Tiny air sacs, fragile, moist, elastic. There are about 600 million of them in your lungs. Each one is a place of quiet exchange, a meeting point between the outside world and your blood. The walls of the alveoli are thin, so thin that oxygen can pass through them across a single cell layer into the tiny capillaries that wait like open hands. Oxygen diffuses into your red blood cells, where it binds to hemoglobin, a protein that carries it like a pearl in a velvet box. You do not feel this, but it is happening with every breath. This oxygen travels through your bloodstream, to your brain, your muscles, your skin, your bones. Every cell awaits it. Every cell depends on it. Inside each of your trillions of cells are mitochondria, tiny engines, organelles with their own rhythm, their own hunger. They take in oxygen and glucose, can produce energy, adenosine triphosphate, or ATP, the currency of your life. You blink, you think, you heal, you grow, because oxygen arrives at the door of your cells. And when the work is done, carbon dioxide, the waste of this beautiful exchange, returns to the lungs, carried by the blood, whispered into the alveoli, exhaled. Out, gone, begin again. In, out. This is the cycle. This is your quiet cathedral, made of breath and blood and time. Even now, your diaphragm, a dome-shaped muscle beneath your lungs, contracts and flattens with each inhale, making space for air. As you exhale, it rises again, helping push the air back out. It is the muscle of breath, the unseen guide. And it too never rests. You may not notice your breath until it changes, until it becomes tight in fear, or quick in joy, or slow. In peace, breath mirrors emotion, but it also shapes it. This is the magic of awareness. When you pay attention to your breath, you change it. And in doing so, you change yourself. Slow, deep breathing lowers your heart rate. It calms your nervous system. It tells your brain, all is well. And your body listens. Try it now. Inhale slowly, through your nose, if you can, and feel your ribs expand like branches, opening to light. Hold. Now exhale gently, fully. Let your shoulders fall. Let tension go. Let your jaw soften. Again. This breath is not just air. It is presence. It is life arriving, life leaving, a tide that belongs to you. And yet, the air you breathe was not made for you alone. It moves through the forest, through oceans, through cities. It drifts across continents and over mountains. The oxygen you take in may have been exhaled by a tree in a rainforest, a whale in the Alaist, deep, or a person who once stood beneath a very different sky. You share breath with all living things. Plants release oxygen as they turn sunlight into sugar, a process called photosynthesis. And we inhale that gift, transform it, and offer carbon dioxide in return, which the plants take in to begin again. It is not just a cycle. It is a relationship, a quiet, ancient partnership written in air. You are never alone when you breathe, and you are never still. Even in sleep, even now as you rest, your breath deepens. You enter a slower rhythm. Your body enters what is called the parasympathetic state, a condition of repair, digestion, restoration. Breath is the entrance. And in this state, Breath becomes not just biology, but poetry. It holds you, carries you, washes over your thoughts like a soft tide over sand. And the more you follow it, the more grounded you become. Each inhale a return. Each exhale a letting go. You don't have to do anything. Just allow. Just be breathed. There is a quiet magic in knowing that something invisible, something weightless, holds so much power. Air, this unseen substance, carries the key to every heartbeat, every word, every dream. And the body, in all its intelligence, knows how to receive it. You are not broken. You are built for balance, even in worry, even in chaos, even in silence, especially. In silence. So tonight, as you close your eyes and drift deeper, feel the architecture within you. The unseen branches, the living trees, the gentle bellows of breath rising and falling like wings. Let them carry you. Let them remind you. You are alive, not just because your heart beats, but because your body listens to the air. And somewhere, in the deep folds of your lungs, a message is passed again. I am here. I am whole. I am enough. Let that message settle. Let it echo. Because breath is not the end of the story. It is the bridge. There is still more waiting. Deeper within. Beneath thought, beneath breath, beneath everything that can be seen. Close your eyes. Behind them, the mind begins to glow, soft at first and brighter, not with color or light, but with something deeper. Movement, pattern, a silent tide. Your brain does not sleep when you do. It changes shape. During the day, it listens, thinks, decides, remembers, worries, hopes. It gathers noise and texture, language and sound. But at night, it shifts. It begins to sweep the decks, to sort, to restore, to drift. Your mind is not just a place of thought. It is an ocean. Electric, fluid, alive. Billions of neurons, your brain's messengers, send signals in delicate pulses. Each pulse is a wave, and together they create patterns. These patterns are brainwaves, and like the waves of the sea, they move in rhythm. Some waves are fast and choppy, like ripples from a skipping stone. Others are slow and deep, like swells rising beneath a full moon. When you're alert, thinking sharply, your brain hums in beta waves, active, quick, attentive. But now, as your breath slows and your muscles relax, the frequencies shift. Alpha waves arrive first, gentle, quiet. These are the waves of meditation, of daydreams, of just before sleep. A soft letting go. Then, deeper still, the theta waves. Come. These are slower, softer, like the rocking of a boat. They are the waves of light sleep, the borderland between here and elsewhere. Thoughts begin to blur. Images flicker and fade. And finally, the slowest of them all, delta waves. They rise when your body enters deep sleep. Dreamless sleep. Healing sleep. They do not crash or roar. They move with the weight of silence, rolling through your brain like a tide beneath the surface. It is here that your body repairs. Your muscles knit themselves back together. Your immune system rebuilds. Your memories, scattered like leaves, begin to settle. You are not aware of it, but your brain is working, like a caretaker cleaning a temple. At night, it moves gently through the halls of your mind. One system, called the glymphatic system, becomes more active during sleep, washing your brain with cerebrospinal fluid, clearing away the metabolic waste of a long day's thinking. It is a kind of bathing, a cleansing tide within your skull, and even your memories are touched by this tide. Sleep is when your brain decides what to keep and what to let go. The hippocampus, deep inside your brain, acts like a temporary notebook, holding on to moments, storing them briefly. But during sleep, particularly during REM, rapid eye movement sleep, memories are transferred to the neocortex, a more permanent archive dot. It's as though your brain whispers, this moment mattered. This one can be forgotten. This one will. Placed beside a dream, sleep does not erase. It's C-U-R-E-T as dot and not just memories. Emotions too. If you've ever gone to bed upset, only to feel lighter by morning, this is why. Sleep untangles. It softens sharp edges. It files your feelings where they belong, taking the sting out of the moment, but leaving the wisdom. Is not magic. It is biology dot, but what beautiful biology it is dot in REM sleep. When your eyes dart behind closed lids, and your muscles fall still, the brain is wildly active. Almost as active as when you're awake. But here, it is creating dot dreaming dot dreams. May feel like nonsense, strange, scattered, surreal, but they are deeply purposeful. Your brain is not only reviewing your past, but rehearsing your future. It plays out possibilities. It explores scenarios. It processes feelings you couldn't speak aloud. And it does all of this without you needing to control a thing. You float through scenes, some familiar, some impossible, guided by emotion. Not logic. Sometimes you fly. Sometimes you fall. Sometimes you simply observe. And when you wake, the dream may slip away. But something within you is changed. You have traveled in a way. Without leaving your bed dot and through it all, your brain, this silent sea within you, has moved in waves. Imagine those neurons, billions of them, sparking with each thought, each memory, each dream. Tiny flashes of electricity dancing across a vast, interconnected reef. Some neurons fire together often, and those connections grow stronger. Neurons that fire together, wire together, a principle of plasticity. It means that with every thought, your brain rewrites itself. You are not fixed. You are fluid, even in sleep, especially in sleep. Your brain reorganizes. It lets go of the unnecessary. It strengthens what matters. It builds new pathways, prepares. For tomorrow. Sleep is not the absence of consciousness. It is a different kind of consciousness, a quieter one, a deeper one. And just as the moon pulls at the ocean, your own body pulls you through this inner sea, phase by phase, cycle by cycle, through light sleep, deep sleep, and back again. Each night, you pass through these cycles multiple times. Like tides within tides, you do not control it, but it carries you. Just like water carries a swimmer too tired to kick. And in the stillness of this moment, as you lie beneath blankets and breath, it continues. This vast humming ocean in your skull, it holds your language, your loves, your fears, your favorite songs, your secrets, your scars, all of it stitched together by electric waves and quiet chemistry. It is easy to forget how miraculous this is. That thought itself, the ability to imagine, to wonder, to recall, is the work of this organ, this sea, this sanctuary. And it asks for only one thing in return. Rest. When you sleep, you give your brain what it needs to keep you whole. To keep you learning, feeling, dreaming, becoming. You are not a machine to be powered off. You are a garden to be watered. And sleep is the rain. So tonight, as your body settles and your breath deepens, imagine your brain as a moonlit bay, silent but alive. Thoughts drift in like boats, then disappear. Memories surface like fish, then sink. Dreams form like clouds, then pass. Let them. You do not need to chase them. You are not your thoughts. You are the space that holds them. And in that space is peace. But even deeper, beneath the waves of dreaming, another rhythm beats. Not in your brain, not in your lungs, not in your chest. It lives beneath the surface. A rhythm of time, of light, of cycle. Something you can't always feel, but that shapes you nonetheless. Even as your eyes close, something within you watches, not with sight, but with rhythm. A quiet pulse beneath your breath, marking time without a clock. Your body keeps its own schedule, not tied to numbers or alarms, but to the soft pull of light and dark, rise and rest. You are not just a creature in time. You are made of it. This inner rhythm is called your circadian clock, from the Latin circadine, meaning about a day. And indeed, your body turns through a silent 24-hour cycle, shaped by the world outside and the universe within. You do not see this clock. You do not hear it ticking, but you feel its pattern. You wake at certain hours, grow sleepy at others. You feel alert in the morning sun, a little drowsy after lunch, quiet again as evening settles in. These aren't random moods. They are the unfolding petals of your inner time dot. At the center of this quiet clock is a small region deep in your brain, the suprachiasmatic nucleus, or SCN. It sits above where the optic nerves cross, in a place that listens for light. When morning comes, and sunlight touches your eyes, even through closed lids, the SCN stirs. Light is its signal, its heartbeat, its guide. That light is carried inward as electric pulses, whispers of daylight carried by nerves to tell your brain it is time to rise. And everything else listens. Hormones begin to shift. Cortisol, the gentle wake-up chemical, increases. Melatonin, the hormone of sleep, fades like mist in the morning. Your heart rate begins to climb. Your temperature rises. The body awakens, not all at once, but slowly, with grace. You step into the day, but the day was already rising within you. This rhythm continues, even if you close the blinds, even in darkness, even without clocks. Your body carries an imprint, a memory of time, but light refines it, calibrates it, keeps it true. Without light, your inner day drifts, slightly longer than 24 hours. And so each morning, when sunlight reaches you, it gently resets the pendulum inside you, like a hand adjusting the strings of a harp dot. And this isn't just a story of sleep and wake. Nearly every cell in your body has its own clock, tiny genes that switch on and off, like candles in a cathedral, at different times of day. Your liver knows when to digest. Your skin knows when to heal. Your immune system knows when to rise and when to rest. They all take their cue from the master clock in your brain. And the master clock listens to the sky. When the sun is high, your body shifts into daytime mode, alert, active, digestive. Hormones rise to support energy and motion. Muscles respond more quickly. Your mind sharpens. Then, as the sun begins to fall, so do you. The light fades. Shadows stretch long across the floor, and your SCN hears the silence between photons. The light softens. And inside you, the clock begins to dim the lights. Melatonin rises again, a quiet lullaby in chemical form. Your core body temperature begins to drop. Your thoughts slow. Your breath lengthens. And sleep waits, not in surprise, but in perfect timing. If you live aligned with light, this transition is smooth. But in modern life, the sun is no longer our only source of brightness. We carry light in our pockets, beam it from ceilings, fill our nights with artificial stars. Blue light, especially from screens, confuses the SCN, telling it it's still day, and so the body resists sleep. The petals do not close. The inner clock loses its tune, but it can be restored. Your circadian rhythm is resilient, like moss that returns after a storm. Morning sunlight is its compass. A simple walk at dawn can remind your brain what time it is. And in doing so, remind every cell of its place in the great unfolding. Even food has a role. When you eat matters almost as much as what you eat. Your digestion follows time too. Meals early in the day are metabolized more efficiently than those at night. Your body expects rest after dusk, not heavy labor, not heavy meals. So when you rise with the sun, eat with the day, and sleep with the dark, your body sings a kind of harmony, each part in tune, each function flowing, and you feel it. You are more than one being. You are many, aligned not just by organs and bones, but by clocks ticking in silence. Even your mood rises and falls with this tide. Circadian rhythms shape your neurotransmitters, the messengers of thought and feeling. When the rhythm is strong, emotions feel more balanced. When it is broken, anxiety and sadness may rise like clouds on the horizon. And still, your body tries to return, to remember, to realign, because deep down you are an animal of the earth. You were born into the turning of the planet, the spinning of days and nights. You are made to follow the light, to rest with the stars, to trust that the sky knows the way. And so, even now, as your eyes close and your body softens, the clock within you continues. It guides your temperature down. It silences unnecessary thoughts. It prepares your muscles for stillness, your organs for restoration. Your breath for rhythm. Sleep is not just about being tired. It is about timing. The right sleep at the right hour brings a deeper kind of peace. A sleep that arrives not as escape, but as return. Return to rhythm. Return to cycle. Return to the lullaby of the sun. And in the darkness, your clock does not stop. It turns the wheel. It drifts through the night. It carries you across time without a map, without a sound, until morning returns, until the sky glows again, and your brain receives its gentle reminder. Begin again. But within this rhythm of sun and silence, something even deeper waits, something that gives your body shape and strength, something solid, ancient. Something hidden beneath your skin, carrying the dust of the earth in its marrow. Beneath your skin, beneath your muscles and your memories, is something solid, a frame, a quiet fortress, a structure you rarely feel, until you fall or stretch or ache. But always it is there, holding you. You carry a skeleton minus 206 bones, assembled not just to support your body, but to shape your life. You are a tower built from earth's own stone, yet living, breathing, and soft with movement. Your bones are not dead. They are not static. They are alive. Inside each one is a dance of cells, building, breaking down, building again. Even while you sleep, this work continues. A quiet remodeling, like the reshaping of dunes by wind. Your body is a home in constant repair. The substance of your bones is mostly calcium phosphate, a mineral that gives them their strength. But strength alone is not enough. Wrapped around this mineral is collagen, a flexible protein that gives bones their resilience, their softness beneath the surface. You are not made of stone. You are made of balance, hardness and flexibility, rigidity and give. The scaffolding of your bones is woven with intention, an intricate lattice of strength and grace. Inside your longest bones, like your femur, is marrow, rich, red, and humming with life. Here, stem cells give rise to blood cells, red ones to carry oxygen, white ones to defend you, platelets to help you heal. From your bones, your life is made, quietly, continuously. Your skeleton is a cradle for creation. And not just creation. Memory. Certain hormones, like osteocalcin, are released by bones and play roles in the health of your brain, your mood, even your memory. The connection between body and mind runs deeper than we once imagined. Your bones do not simply hold you up. They speak to your inner world. Each bone tells a story. Your skull, with its delicate vaults and hollows, guards the ocean of your mind. Your ribs cradle the rhythm of breath and beat. Your spine is not just a column. It is a conduit protecting the spinal cord, that shimmering cable of nerves that carries thought down into the body. Your hands, with 27 bones each, are instruments of creation and touch. The same structure that lifts a cup, writes a word, or strokes a cheek is one of the most intricate assemblies in your entire body. Even your feet, often overlooked, hold 26 bones each, layered with tendons and ligaments, arches built to carry the entire weight of your life. You are supported in every sense. And yet, this support is not stiff. It is mobile. Joints allow movement, shoulders that roll, knees that bend, wrists that turn with subtle grace. Cartilage cushions these joints, acting like soft spacers between hard edges. Synovial fluid, clear and slick, keeps them gliding. There is elegance here too. A kind of anatomical choreography. Every step you take is a conversation between bone and muscle, tendon and nerve. A quiet alignment that lets you move through the world without falling. And yet, your bones are not unchanging. They respond to motion, to gravity, to rest. When you move, pressure is placed on your bones, and your body responds by reinforcing them. This is Wolff's law. Bone grows stronger when you use it. It adapts to stress. The more you move with intention, the more your skeleton listens and strengthens. But even when you're still, even as you sleep, your bones are active. Cells called osteoblasts build bone. Osteoclasts break it down. Together, they keep a balance, making sure your bones remain strong, but also flexible, responsive. This process is called remodeling, and it continues throughout your life. Even now, calcium moves through your bloodstream. If your body needs it elsewhere, to help muscles contract, to help nerves fire, your bones release it. Later, when there is extra, they take it back. This borrowing and lending happens quietly, without complaint. Your skeleton is not selfish, and neither is it permanent. As you age, your bones may thin, not because they are weak, but because their balance shifts. But with care, with movement, with nourishment, they remain loyal. They carry you still. And where did these bones begin? In the womb, your skeleton began as cartilage, soft, pliable. Slowly, cells deposited minerals. Your bones ossified, hardened, formed. And yet, even now, parts of you still carry that softness in your ears, your nose, your joints. A memory of your earliest self. And deeper still, your bones remember. The earth, the calcium that gives them strength, once came from soil, from stone, from water. You drank it, you ate it, and your body wove it into your frame. The minerals in your skeleton were once part of mountains, coral reefs, ancient seabeds. You are earth, shaped into movement. And someday, when your life has run its course, those minerals will return. Your bones will dissolve into the ground, into the trees, into the breath of another creature. The cycle will continue. Nothing is wasted. Nothing is ever truly lost. Tonight, as you rest, you lie within this quiet fortress, a frame built from stone and softness. You are not fragile. You are not rigid. You are both. Even in stillness, your bones are listening. Even in darkness, they are at work. Let yourself feel their strength. Let yourself trust in their design. You were built for this, not just for standing, but for holding joy, for carrying grief, for reaching out again. And in this moment of calm, ask yourself, what else within you lives in silence, yet holds the power of a world? What other ecosystems stir in shadows, unseen but essential? You are not alone, even now as you lie in stillness. Even now, as sleep hovers gently over your breath, you are never truly alone, because within you and upon you lives a world, a quiet, microscopic garden. In your mouth, in your gut, on your skin, and within the folds of your lungs. Tiny lives are moving, multiplying, resting, thriving. They do not speak, and yet they communicate. They do not have eyes, and yet they know when light shifts. They do not breathe as you do, and yet they help you live. These are the microbes. Bacteria, viruses, fungi, and archaea that make up your microbiome. And they are not invaders. They are companions. Ancient ones. Trillions of them. In fact, the number of microbial cells in your body roughly matches the number of human cells. For every one of you, there is one of them. Together, you are a community, a symbiosis, a living partnership. The largest and most complex of these communities lives in your gut, the winding corridor of digestion that curls through your abdomen. This is more than a tube. It is a rainforest, teeming with life, with structure, with purpose. Each part of your digestive tract hosts a different cast of microbial characters. In the small intestine, the population is modest, specialized, but in the large intestine, it flourishes. Billions of bacteria, interacting, exchanging, performing alchemy with every meal you eat. They break down fiber. They extract nutrients. They produce vitamins like B12 and K for your benefit. They help regulate your immune system, teaching it how to tell friend from foe. They keep your gut lining intact, strong, selective, a living gate that filters the outside world. And, in return, you give them food, warmth, shelter, a place to thrive. You are their earth, their moon, their sky. These microbes influence your digestion, yes, but also your mood. They produce chemicals that affect the brain, neurotransmitters like serotonin, dopamine, GABA. They communicate through the gut-brain axis, a silent highway of nerves, and hormones that runs from your belly to your thoughts. That feeling you get when you're nervous, the fluttering, the sinking, the sudden stillness, that's your gut and brain in conversation. They whisper to each other constantly, and your microbiome has a voice in that dialogue. A healthy microbial garden helps regulate anxiety, manage inflammation, even shape your sleep patterns. It is not just physical. It is emotional too. Feel better when your inner world is balanced. And just as your garden supports you, you support it, often without realizing it. With what you eat, how you rest, whether you spend time in nature, whether you laugh, move, breathe deeply. Your microbiome loves fiber, fruits, vegetables, whole grains. Loves fermented foods, yogurt, kefir, kimchi, or good bacteria. Bloom. It loves rhythm and consistency. It loves light, sleep, and peace. And it notices when things go missing. When stress becomes chronic, when sugar and antibiotics sweep through like storms, the garden begins to wilt. Certain microbes overgrow. Others disappear. The diversity, the delicate balance, begins to shift. And you feel it in your digestion, in your energy, in your thoughts. But this ecosystem is resilient. Like a wildflower field after rain, it can return slowly, patiently, through small choices, through trust, through care. And the gut is not the only place where microbes live. Your skin, too, is a landscape. Every fold, every pore, every surface hosts its own microbial community. Your face, your hands, your back, each one a unique biome. These bacteria help defend you from pathogens, keep your skin's pH balanced, and even aid in healing wounds. When you touch your face, your phone, a leaf, a loved one, you are participating in an exchange of ecosystems, invisible and intimate. Your mouth, your nose, your ears, all are inhabited, all alive in ways you cannot see. And while the idea may feel strange, to carry such multitudes, it is not foreign to your body. It is ancient. Your immune system evolved with these microbes, not against them. You were never meant to be sterile. You were meant to be shared. From the moment of birth, when you passed through the birth canal or met your parents' skin, microbes began colonizing you. They formed the foundation of your lifelong microbiome. And every hug, every breath of forest air, every meal shared with another person continued to shape this living garden. You are part of a much larger web of life. Even now, as you lie still, your microbiome is awake, digesting, communicating, balancing. Some microbes sleep. Others wake. They follow rhythms just as you do, circadian patterns, written in enzymes instead of dreams. And perhaps that's the most beautiful part, that even your smallest parts listen to the light, that even your bacteria respond to the dew. Rising sun, the deepening night, they slow when you sleep. They restore themselves. They prepare for the next day's meals, the next emotional wave, the next breath of connection. You are not a single organism. You are a living ecosystem, not an inner garden. A mobile forest, a home to life so small it cannot be seen, but so important it cannot be forgotten. And the more you care for this world, the more it cares for you. So tonight, as you rest, know that peace flows not only through your mind, but through your belly, through your skin, through every crevice where microbes make their home. You are tended to by hands you cannot see, loved in languages you cannot hear. Let that knowledge settle. Let it hold you, because deeper still, beneath the ecosystem, beyond the bacteria, is something even quieter, something vast and cosmic, something that connects not just your body, but your entire being to space itself. As you lie here, wrapped in quiet, you may think the night is still, but it is not. It is alive, with motion, with memory, with music you cannot hear. Even in this darkness, the cosmos speaks. Light from distant stars washes softly over your body, crossing vast distances just to reach you. Particles, ancient, invisible, move through you like whispers. The universe is not beyond you. It moves through you, always, right now, as your eyes begin to close. Photons born in the heart of a distant galaxy pass through the window, touch your cheek, and continue on their path. They are older than memory, older than Earth, but still, they find you, and even though you do not feel it, you are bathed in their presence. Every second of every day. This is cosmic radiation, a gentle rain of subatomic particles drifting through space. Some come from our sun, others from supernova, the death throes of ancient stars. Still others from sources unknown, born in the farthest, coldest corners of the universe. These particles pass through your body silently, through your cells, through your bones. Most of them never touch anything at all. They pass like ghosts, like breath, like time. And yet they remind you, space is not empty. It is filled with song. There is a vibration that lives in the fabric of the cosmos, not of sound, but of space itself. In 2015, scientists detected a ripple in space-time, a shiver that had traveled for over 1 billion years. It was the result of 2 black holes merging, far beyond what we could see. Their collision sent waves, gravitational waves, stretching the universe itself, and we heard them here, not with ears, but with delicate instruments, with the language of vibration, with stillness. The cosmos does not scream. It hums. It pulses with energy, with mass, with movement. Even the background of the universe, the so-called silence between galaxies, carries a memory. The cosmic microwave background is a faint glow left over from the birth of everything, from the Big Bang. It still surrounds us, a soft, ancient echo, a reminder that everything you see, everything you are, came from that moment of impossible. Beginning, you lie on your bed, but you are not separate from the sky. The calcium in your bones, the iron in your blood, the oxygen you breathe, they were formed in the heart of stars, forged in fire, scattered by supernova, drawn together by gravity, woven into your body by time. The same physics that governs the galaxies governs your heartbeat. You are stardust, given form. You are the cosmos, dreaming of itself. And in this dream, there are patterns. Our planet turns on its axis. Around it, the moon orbits, pulling gently at our oceans, and perhaps even at the tides of your mind. Around the sun we circle, one full revolution every 365 days. And the sun itself orbits the center of the Milky Way, dragging us with it like a thread. In a vast spinning tapestry, you are always moving, even when you are still, every second. You drift through the solar wind, a river of charged particles flowing from our sun. They shape Earth's magnetic field, dance at the poles as auroras, and gently influence the edge of your atmosphere. Even your dreams exist within this motion. And if you could step back far enough, zoom out beyond Earth, beyond the moon, beyond Mars, you'd see your world not as a place, but as a dot, floating in blackness, turning silently, fragile, beautiful dot, and yet not alone. The cosmos is vast, wider than words, deeper than thought, full of forces we are only beginning to understand. But you don't need to understand everything to feel its presence. You feel it in the weight of the night sky, in the pause between your breaths, in the awe that stirs when you look up and see a scattering of stars. Even now, those stars are sending you light. And even now, some of them no longer exist, having died long ago. But their light still travels, still reaches you, because in the cosmos, nothing is ever truly gone, only changed, only distant. And some of the most powerful things are the quietest, dark. Matter, for example, an invisible substance that shapes galaxies, binds them together. We cannot see it, we cannot touch it, but we know it's there, by its pull, by its presence, much like gravity itself, much like memory, much like love. These forces shape us without form. And so, as you close your eyes, know this: the silence of space is not empty. It is full of motion, of echoes, of radiant dust drifting forever. Even as you rest, the planet turns. The stars swirl. The universe expands. Your body, quiet and still, is made of all of it. You are not an observer. You are a participant. You are not beneath the stars. You are part of them. Let that thought settle deep inside you, like moonlight on water. Let it hold you as you drift. You are safe, here in the gravity of your bed, wrapped in the soft pull of... But you are also infinite, stretched across light years of stardust and silence. And somewhere, out there, in a nebula or in the folds of deep space, another star is being born. Another beginning is quietly unfolding. You will never see them all, but they shape you just the same. And when you dream tonight, perhaps you drift among them. Perhaps your thoughts take the form of comets or moons or distant galaxies turning. Perhaps your breath aligns with something ancient, something cosmic, something still singing in the deep night. Because even now, even as your cells rest and your mind begins to wander, you are carried by the same forces that shaped stars. And if the cosmos echoes within you, then perhaps in its quietest moments, it listens too. Somewhere above you, higher than clouds, higher than thought, a feather begins to fall. It floats gently, spinning slowly through a sky the color of deep breath. It is weightless, effortless, like the space between waking and dreaming. It does not rush. It does not need to. It simply surrenders to gravity, to time, to stillness. And as it falls, so do you, not downward, but inward into a quiet that holds you like water, like warmth, like memory. This is where your journey has brought you, through the breath, the pulse, the waves of thought, through blood and light. bone and star. Now everything begins to soften. Everything begins to settle. Your body, so full of motion and meaning, is finally still. And yet, nothing is lost. Each chapter of your being remains. The atoms from the stars, the cells born from light, the signals of your brain that ripple. Like ocean tides, the bones that carry Earth's signature in their shape. You are not falling asleep. You are arriving here, in this moment where silence has depth, where darkness feels like velvet, and your mind no longer needs to reach for understanding. It remembers. It remembers the quiet chemistry of your breath, how oxygen nourishes the spark within each cell. It remembers the drumbeat of your heart, slow now, steady, a rhythm that began before memory and will continue without effort. It remembers how your brain, your oceans of thought, move through cycles, waves of activity and rest, cleansing, dreaming, restoring. You have always been connected. From the trillions of microbes in your body to the gravity of stars light years away, you are not an island. You are a tapestry, woven from space and time, from ancestry and instinct, from silence and song. Each breath you've taken tonight was shared by trees, by oceans, by whales and wolves, by people who came before you. The calcium in your bones once belonged to stone. The hydrogen in your cells was born in the first fire of the cosmos. And even your thoughts are shaped by electric charges, tiny bolts that flicker across a neural sky. You are a galaxy made small. And now you return to yourself, not as a list of parts, but as a whole. Feel it. The warmth beneath your skin, the lightness of your fingers, the slow rise and fall of your chest, the softness in your jaw, the silence in your shoulders. Nothing asks anything of you now. You do not need to solve. You do not need to plan. You do not need to understand. You are held by the earth beneath you, solid and sure, by the atmosphere around you, wrapping you in invisible arms, by the story of your own body, told in molecules in motion, and above all that, by the universe itself. Even now, the stars still shine, not to impress you, not to be seen, but simply because shining is what they do. And you, too, do not need a reason to be. You simply are. That is enough. You are enough. The feather drifts, closer now, and you can almost hear it whisper as it falls. Not everything needs to be held. Not everything needs to be named. Some things are meant to pass through you, like wind, like moonlight, like the last thought before sleep. Let it go. Let it all go. The to-do lists, the questions, the noise, even the story. Because what comes next is not a destination, but a release. Sleep is not an end. It is a door. And as you step through it, you carry with you everything that matters, not in your hands, but in your cells, your breath, your being. You have always been whole. You have always been home. Tonight, the sky of Elysia opens for you. Its feathers wrap around your dreams. Its winds hush your mind. Its stars blink like lullabies. And as the final feather settles beside you, light, perfect, unmoving, you drift fully now. No more questions. No more resistance. Just breath and rhythm and rest. You are a body of galaxies, asleep beneath a sky that knows your name. And in the space where thought once lingered, only calm remains. Stillness. Warmth. A weightless kind of wonder. The kind you don't need to hold, only feel. So. Sleep now. Let the feather fall. Let the world turn. Let your body mend. Everything you are is exactly as it should be. Everything is here. And maybe, just beyond the edges of this quiet, there is something more. A new breath. A new dawn. A new unfolding. And now, as our story gently fades, I want to thank you, from the bottom of my heart, for spending this moment with me. Your presence here means the world. And your support helps me create even more peaceful journeys. Just for you. If this helped you rest, please consider liking, subscribing, or simply coming back tomorrow night. Until then, stay cozy, stay kind, and may your dreams tonight be soft, serene, and full of wonder. Good night, my friend. With warmth, David.